Hello everyone. Let's have a look at the differences between Agile and the classic waterfall method of working. Several years ago, projects were handled using the waterfall method, in which work were completed in a linear and sequential phases. The progress flows downward in one direction, like a waterfall. Every one of these stages represents a different level, and each one must be completed before the next can begin. Even though everything was organized such that projects had to be completed within a specified budget, scope, time frame, and with good quality, the customer was always dissatisfied. Even when the project's budget, scope, schedule, and quality were all met, the customer was still dissatisfied. Why was the consumer still dissatisfied? As waterfall does not require a huge deal of customer involvement, so by the time we deliver what we thought the customer needed, it's not necessarily what he needs anymore. Because of its linear approach to product development and rigidity toward change in the process itself, it makes it nearly hard to include new ideas, which has a clear influence on customer satisfaction, as well as the quality of the final product. The 4 values and 12 principles of Agile were created to address these difficulties. In Agile, we develop things in a unique way. We develop products incrementally and iteratively, allowing teams to deliver value to customers faster and with fewer problems. Agile team distributes work in small yet consumable increment. We begin with a small project and progress through design, development, testing, and deployment. The consumer and stakeholder feedback is then gathered and included back into the cycle. Changes are welcomed in an Agile approach. Teams can alter their products more frequently and at lower costs because of the rapid delivery of value in small increments. This helps them to keep up to date with the needs of their consumers, as well as the ever-changing world. Let's have a look at an example. Our customer requires a motorcycle to get to work. We start creating the product by defining what the ideal bike should look like after several weeks or months. Once this phase is done, we start building the motorcycle, first the wheels, the engine, and the frame. Then we assemble everything and deliver it to the customer. During the initial phases, the customer does not receive anything for an extended period. The client may complain because it's not the bike he expected, and he doesn't like this design. If we decide to produce this bike, changing the design will be incredibly expensive. In an Agile way, we will involve the customer on a regular basis, and we will ask him for input and feedback while building his bike. We can begin with a minimum viable product, MVP, which is the cheapest product that will allow us to test our concept and have him try it. We can update it and add new capabilities depending on his comments, and we know we are delivering exactly what he wants because the customer was involved throughout the process and his feedback was considered. In conclusion, one of the most significant differences between Agile and Waterfall is the level of flexibility involved in each of them, with Agile being a flexible and constantly evolving strategy. In terms of process structure, Waterfall is recognized to be more rigid and strict.